Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Veronica, and we are flying from Halifax Shearwater Airport to Sable Island. This was by viewer request, and we will be flying by de Havilland DHC6. Where did it go? There it is. Let's see what other paint schemes we have. Ooh, let's do the shark. That's pretty cool. We're gonna fly a shark to Sable Island. So, not really sure what the deal is with this airport because it looks like it's closed down and it wasn't a selectable airport in the game originally, so I had to download a mod to make it selectable. Yeah. Not really sure of the real world lore behind that, but the beautiful thing about video games is we do whatever we want. So we are going to be using live weather, but we are going to set the time back a little bit so that we're flying during the day. And we'll do like 3:45 as our departure time so that we can have a little bit of evening glow on the way in. Hello, hello, my dear viewers in chat. It's Military Canadian Forces Base. Okay, so here we are. Let me take my engine covers up. Ooh. There we go. Engine cover, windshield, pitot tube. Alright. So for this beast of a plane, we are going to be flying with the yoke. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to be flying with the yoke today because that's what it has in real life. I did see that Sable Island has horses. This plane is also pretty easy to start up. And it has a lot of cool noises too. Yeah, I guess we can just go ahead. Fuel boost pumps on. And then we're going to start the left engine. We've got about a third of a tank of gas total, it looks like. That should be enough. I have tested this flight before, and it doesn't seem to use that much fuel, so we should be good. Start the right engine. We are up and running. turn on generators, bleed air. I forgot to turn on the beacon lights, but who cares? Do I need to turn on anything else? This is why they invented checklists, but I'm too lazy to look at that. Set the flaps. Yep, I think we're okay. Parking brake is down there. And I'm just gonna leave the yokes invisible because they get in the way. Set the prop speed. Wait for the props to speed up. Yeah, I remember most of the startup stuff. Okay, how do I get to the runway? Okay, that's easy enough. That's a really short runway. But this thing should do it just fine. Oh, gotta set my GPS before we go. $157 miles. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we got for weather out here. Wait, where am I going? Oh, okay. There appears to be some terrain glitches on this modded airport. We'll have to navigate through that. Okay, well the game isn't telling me what the weather is. So we're gonna taxi to one end. Yeah, this airport mod that I have is technically for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, not 2024. So I think that's kind of why it's all, you know, stupid like this. But as long as it is safe enough and smooth enough for us to take off, that's really all I care about. Yeah. Godspeed indeed. Okay. The rest of that runway looks really sketchy, so I'm just gonna turn around here. Yeah. And I'm gonna set the cruise altitude. Let's start with 8,000. Landing lights on. Yeah, that looks decently smooth. We should be able to take off no problem. Looks like we got some storms rolling in. Let's get out of here before they come. Oh, we got some wind. Oh, it's getting a little bumpy. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're good. We're okay. Flaps up. The shark did handle it. Throttle back to cruise power. It is very windy. So I'm flying to intercept our path here. Now that I'm about to, I'm gonna turn into it. I don't think you can see my GPS. I'm pretty sure my face is blocking it. But it's over there. That's how I know where I'm going. Glad you like my top. I got it on Etsy. Nova Scotia. Hello, hello, Amber. Thanks for popping in. Oh, I am getting a little off course here. Your home is lovely, and I would love to see it. I actually was pretty close to Nova Scotia at one point. I have been... Where's my map? I would love to see Halifax, but I have been to Prince Edward Island, and I drove there. So I'm from New Jersey, and I drove all the way up here through New Brunswick to Prince Edward Island, and I loved every bit of it. Unfortunately, I can't do that now because my passport is expired, and I don't know if I can get a new one with what's going on with my federal government halting passport applications for people like me. So that's fun. It was kind of just like exploring a new place that people around here typically don't go. That's kind of my thing. I don't like to go to the typical tourist spots. It was a unique experience. And if I had the means, I would move there in an instant. So we're nearing our initial cruise altitude, but I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna go to 10,000 since it's pretty clear out here. And, you know, safety and all, if you run out of engine or something. Where I live, we call it the island too. Because I also live on an island. So I'm going to do as much flying by hand without the autopilot just to keep it more engaging, because we do have about, what does that say? 50 minutes. That's going to keep dropping after yeah, that time is going to keep dropping as we get up to our cruise altitude and start going faster, because we're not going to be climbing anymore, so it's going to go down a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to just sit here on autopilot. That's not really fun for you guys for 45 minutes. So I'm going to do this whole flight by hand, unless I need to like step away for some kind of, you know, I don't know, emergency. I'm going to reduce my prop speeds to about 50%. Alright. Thanks, that's where I keep all my plants. Oh, I'm getting too high here. Come on. Drop down. I'm still trying to work the trim. Alright, so... Oops, wrong one. Something cool that I added since last stream is we can now have a map for you guys to watch the progress on when we're at cruising phases like this. How did you learn enough about aviation to fly the sim? Well, I have been playing flight sims for a long time, ever since I was like 12 or 13, which was like 15. How old am I? I'm 26. So a long time. So I don't know, I spent a lot of time back then watching YouTube videos and it was literally like all I did because I'm, you know, like autistic and stuff. So, you know, just that coupled with the more than a decade of doing it, I just, yeah, I know how to play the game and stuff. But what does work the trim mean? So I don't know how much you know about planes and stuff, so I apologize if this is overly explained. I don't want to make anybody seem stupid, but basically, you can trim the plane, which means that you can adjust the controls so that it flies straight without you having to hold the controls in a certain position. So like as you go faster, the plane wants to pitch up. So as you go faster, you have to push the controls down to keep the nose level. So instead of having to constantly hold the controls forward, you can set the elevator trim, which the elevators are what controls the up and down pitch of the plane. yeah, that's hyperfocus. So you can trim them to make it so that it holds that level of control without you having to hold the input. I'm doing a really bad job of explaining it, but basically it's what makes it so that you can fly without having to do a lot of input. It makes it so the plane basically flies itself. Yeah, you can't really see it, but on the elevator control surface here, which is the part that like twists to move the plane up and down like that, there's another separate piece right here that is the trim that changes angle to keep the plane pitched a certain amount. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling and I'm getting way off course here. Exactly, yes. It's like setting a new baseline. It zeroes the controls out. I'm gonna watch my own stream after this, and I'm just gonna cringe so hard at that part right there. Yeah, so we have about 31 minutes, and rapidly decreasing as I return to course, and increasing as I fall off course again. There's no skydivers in this one, but I do have a co-pilot. I don't know if I had a co-pilot in the last one. So we can actually take a step back into the cockpit, and I'm definitely going to veer off course while I do this, but... Passenger view. It is just a lot of water, though. doing okay on fuel. I think we'll be fine. Which is exactly what people want to hear from their pilot when they're on a plane. Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine. I have not seen it yet. I don't have Apple TV. But it seems interesting. If I ever get the chance, I will definitely check it out. I'm actually just going to set the autopilot just for a second, because I'm going to do some flybys. So I can go to the outside view here, the drone view. Wait, what are the controls? And I can lock the camera to the plane, and then I can detach it. And now it's a flyby. The plane is flying very sideways though because of the wind. So, go faster. There we go. If I set the camera over here, there we go. Whee! Okay. No more autopilot. Even though it's doing a much better job than I am right now. Yeah, I wish I had something... I wish I had the instruments that would show me the wind speed in this plane. Because it really is insane. Actually, I wonder if my map would do that. I don't know. Oh, I love that the map is also like automatically zooming in as we get closer. That is really cool. Whee! Maybe we should do some aerobatics. That'll get me going wee a lot more. Okay, so we are actually still 30 minutes out. We must have hit a shift in winds or something. Do a barrel roll. Okay. Let's see here. I think we've got the altitude to try this. Huh!
Bank angle. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Heck yeah.
Bank angle.
The barrel roll has been done. Now I have to climb back up to my cruising altitude. We lost about 1,200 feet. Yeah, we just dropped 1,200 feet in the span of like 10 seconds. Of course. I'm so happy to do this for you. And if you or anybody else has any requests, feel free. Because I have absolutely no intended direction for this. I'm just here to hang out and fly planes. We're down to 90 miles. Oh, jeez, what was that? The shark. Oh, and the reason I chose this plane was because it's similar to the plane that they use in real life to fly to this island. I don't think I had the exact plane that they use, but it's the same kind of plane with the dual engines and the short takeoff capabilities. KRK to UKBB. Let me look that up. Oh, Ukraine. The other one that I would have considered was the Cessna 208. So you're saying Krakow, I'm probably not saying that right, but Poland to Ukraine, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's right.
I'm just like looking this up on Google Earth to see how far that is. Okay, so from those two airports, that's about... Wait, hold on. Nautical miles. That's about 407 nautical miles, so that's a... We would probably take that by a airliner if we did that flight next. But yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that sounds about right. 860 kilometers. I think that's about the conversion. Can't wait to watch that clip. We are not that far out. We are 75 miles to go, which is about 23 minutes, according to our GPS. I gotta descend a little bit. We're at 10,600. So we're about 600 feet above our target altitude. Yeah, zoning out. It's one of my favorite parts of this game is you can just fly and relax. It's very relaxing and just zen. We've got some weather up ahead here, so this might get a little bit interesting, if it's not already. Yeah, I can do that. I can move that. I think that worked. Yeah, okay. I guess I might as well move the other one up too, for the sake of symmetry. I'll probably move the map one. Well, the map one is I'm gonna close that one once we get closer, so that it's not blocking the view. I only have that up while we're at cruising altitude and just droning away. But yeah, the lighting in this game is really good. It's all volumetric too. Yeah, those are some heavy looking clouds out there. wind has definitely shifted because I keep drifting further away from the flight path, despite continuing to turn more and more towards it. I just realized you guys can see my cat back there. Her name is Carter. The wind has shifted again, because now I'm drifting too far in the opposite direction. Do you think these clouds will be rough? Well, we might have to descend a little bit to get underneath them, but I don't think there'll be a problem. There might be some rain out there. It's too hard to tell yet. But yeah, we might just have to descend a little bit to get underneath if they are over our destination or on the way. That must have been the storm that was rolling in at the airport that we took off from. Because the time was set to just around 4 p.m. This thing keeps wanting to drift off to the sides. Yeah, the live weather in the past feature is the best unspoken feature of FS 2024. So you can set the time to any time in the past 24 hours, and the weather will be live to that time. And that's a new thing. They didn't used to do that. You used to be able to do live weather, and then you could also change the time, but it was still the live weather currently, even though you set the time to a different time. But they finally realized, oh hey, maybe we should save that weather. Down to 45 miles. So this is a pretty interesting airport to land on because it's not really an airport. You're kind of just landing on the beach. Yeah. Yes, bless all those Azure servers. People were not blessing those Azure servers when this game came out, and it was overloaded on launch day. Nobody could get into the game. That was fun. So from the little bit of research that I did about this airport is it's basically you need permission from the government to land here, and since it's just landing on the beach, they have to obviously prep the beach for landing, which involves that the weather has to be perfect and the tide has to be right, because if the sand is too warm or too dry, it becomes too soft and like sinky, and they have to run like equipment over it to smooth the airport, and then they walk the whole runway by foot to make sure that it is adequately hard before planes can land on it. Yeah, we're coming into these clouds here, and they look a little heavy and low to the water. We're gonna start descending. Because I don't want to lose visibility when we're navigating to such a little dot in the ocean. Yeah, I like to know where I'm going. I like to learn about the places I fly to. Alright, I'm gonna move our map back down. But I'm gonna keep it up for a little longer. Yeah, these clouds look like they go pretty low. Oh, we've been cleared for landing. Rest assured, the sand will not be too sinky. In fact, they rolled out the red carpet for us. Yeah, it might be raining out here. Might be. I can't really tell just yet. But I think that might be rain over there. So this might get a little interesting. Yeah, it is beautiful. And very obscured too. But yeah, actually, I'll try to take a screenshot of that. Let me just hit the autopilot real quick, so I can do that. Yeah, there we go. That will be our screen cap for tonight's stream. Okay, here we go. We're starting to get below the clouds here. It's starting to clear up a little bit. Ayo! There she is. yeah, it's getting real gloomy out here. Alright, I'm gonna take our map away now. Oh, that would be a nice screenshot too. Okay, hold on. Autopilot again. Such a small little island. I would honestly be scared to come here. I feel like it would I don't know, I just feel like a giant wave would come and just wipe the whole thing out. Oh yeah. Nice and dark. Gloomy. I'm gonna turn on the landing lights. We're still about 6 miles out. Man, it got really dark out here really fast. I will definitely send you screenshots. I was actually going to post them. I'm going to descend a little lower. So right over here where that lake is, that's like the general area of where we're actually landing.
Terrain.
I'm gonna circle the area real quick before we actually land. So yeah, this is it. That's our runway. So I'm gonna fly down this way, and then I'm gonna circle back real quick. I'm actually gonna start slowing down. I'm gonna set the flaps. Alright, let's do this. Oh, there's that wind. Oh wow, that is really strong wind. Look at this. Look how slow we're going now. Now that we're facing into the wind. Wow. Look at how much slower we're going now. Now that we're facing into the wind. Oh, that is crazy. Our ground speed is like 45 knots right now, and our airspeed is like 50. It's like 70 knots. So this is like a 30 knot wind. But that also makes our life very easy in trying to land here. This is crazy, dude. Look at how slow we're going. I'm trying to get like a little further up towards the actual like airport. My ground speed is 40 knots right now, and my airspeed is almost 80. So this is almost a 40 knot headwind that we have right now. We're like barely moving. Oh, this is so cool. I'm basically hovering this thing. Okay, let's touch this thing down.
Sync rate 50, 40, 30.
Oh god.
20, 10.
Oh. Oh, it's very uneven. Oh, there we go. There it is. And that's it. There we are. Oof. That was a sketchy landing. Look at that. Yes, this is a lot of fun for me. Let's see. So I guess we just kind of like... I'm just gonna like move up a little bit and just go to the right a little bit to park it. There we go. That's a good spot as any. Power off. Here we are. Sable Island. And we got some buildings over here. Nothing crazy. But yeah, that was an interesting landing. Alright, well that concludes today's stream from Halifax to Sable Island. I hope you all had fun. Join us next week, next Sunday, for our next flight, where it looks like we'll be flying from Poland to Ukraine. And yeah, keep in touch with me on Blue Sky. I feel like I might get up to either a Thursday or a Friday night stream on Derail Valley, which is the train sim that I like to play. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.